BYD have raced up the sales charts in Europe in a way that I don't think anyone expected. And I personally am shocked by this information. Here's a headline from Germany's largest automotive industry publication: Europe's car market, BYD's plug-in hybrid leads the rankings in March. I mean, I'm pretty sure no one saw this coming, especially considering the tariffs on Chinese products. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. It's great to have you with us. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. An interesting shift occurred in Europe's car market in March. Sales of plug-in hybrids jumped by 20% to 107,600. The BYD Seal hybrid, the plug-in hybrid, recorded the most registrations among plug-in hybrids of any brand in Europe, any brand at all, with 6,300 registrations. The Chinese brand surpassed the Volvo XC60. This is according to preliminary figures from market analyst Dataforce, who cover 93% of the European car market. It's a foregone conclusion. BYD won the sales race in the hybrid sector. The coming months will show whether this is a sustainable trend for BYD, but in any case, BYD has not yet achieved comparable registration success with electric cars in Europe, and part of the reason it's facing huge tariffs on its electric cars. Part of the reason as well, BYD's hybrids, or their plug-in hybrids, are better than plug-in hybrids from every other manufacturer that sells them in Europe, except for potentially companies like Lynk & Co, which also make very good ones as well. But really, to be honest, why would you want to buy a hybrid from another brand when often their plug-in hybrids have very small batteries or they're just not very good? And that's what Toyota have been saying. That's the reason why Toyota's plug-in hybrids next year will be utilizing BYD technology. Looking ahead to the first quarter of 2025, the BYD model that won will be in fourth place in the plug-in hybrid ranking for the entire year, behind the Volkswagen Tiguan, the Volvo XC60, and the Ford Kuga. BYD, though, like other Chinese brands, is increasingly focusing on plug-in hybrids this year and on improving the product, making them better. This is a response from Chinese manufacturers to two factors: the EU's punitive tariffs on electric cars from China and the sluggish demand for EV models overall. Now, the truth is electric car sales don't have sluggish demand. I don't know what this publication is talking about. Realistically, electric car sales in Europe they've absolutely skyrocketed this year. But it's a good point to say that Chinese car makers are focusing on plug-in hybrids or range extender vehicles in order to get around the punitive tariffs on Chinese cars. They don't have to pay those huge tariffs. They still have to pay a 10% tariff, but so does everyone else. So does Tesla, so do all these other brands that sell vehicles that are not made in Europe. But a 10% tariff is a lot less than a 30 to 60% tariff. However, BYD are not stopping here. They plan on bringing more plug-in hybrids to Europe this year, partly because they are not subject to these tariffs, and honestly, people they want them. Growth in plug-in hybrid sales in March in Europe was almost identical to that of EVs, which increased by 24% to 222,340 units in March. The plug-in hybrid market was largely stable or flat last year, with a decline of 4% in 2024 and only a slight increase in the first 2 months of 2025. But all of a sudden, in the third month of this year, plug-in hybrid sales in Europe have skyrocketed. Big part of that reason is BYD. New EU regulations have actually made plug-in hybrids less attractive, though, since January the 1st. Specifically, this concerns the utilization factor curve. Since the beginning of the year, the potential of purely electric driving has been better aligned with real-world usage. What this means? Well, to date, premium models from Audi, BMW, Mercedes-Benz, and Volvo have dominated the plug-in hybrid market. They are primarily aimed at the fleet market as an alternative to diesel vehicles. Accordingly, premium manufacturers have also been the main drivers of growth in plug-in hybrid sales. In March, however, this trend reversed. Sales of mainstream plug-in hybrids increased by 80%, according to figures from Dataforce, while premium plug-in hybrids fell by 20%. People are pivoting to more affordable plug-in hybrid models. Now, in addition to the Seal UDMI, which complements BYD's European portfolio, which previously consisted exclusively of electric cars. The Volkswagen Group's new long-range plug-in hybrids launched in the end of 2024, and that's what BYD will have to compete with. Now, guys, I'm sure you've seen what BYD have done in China to the Volkswagen Group, to other legacy automakers, seeing they have to compete with them. They've gone, well, okay, we've got to compete with you. We'll make our product much better, much more affordable, and people will buy it, and you'll be in trouble. And they are. They are in trouble. I'll have a new video up tomorrow on Volkswagen's profits falling massively in the first quarter of this year. BYD's profits up 100%. Making more than $1.2 billion, more than tripling Tesla's profits. So BYD, when they see an obstacle, they don't say, well, Volkswagen have brought out these new longer range plug-in hybrids. Well, we'll just try and compete with them. They say, how do we crush them? That's what they say. And they work out a way how to. So that's your competition, Volkswagen. And if I were you, I'd be kind of scared, to tell you the truth. Guys, how do you feel about this? And what are your thoughts? So let me know in the comments. Make sure you join our 300,000 strong subscriber group, and you'll get notified on at least some of our videos. You probably will miss a lot though. So it's worth actually just clicking on the actual channel, searching for the channel every now and again, because most people seem to find that only a couple of videos I post daily pop up, but I'm usually doing about 5 or 6 per day. Guys, I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. I almost never do videos about plug-in hybrids, but I know a lot of you want them, and I know a lot of you are interested in them for some reason. So even though I never plan on buying one, I would prefer, if I had no choice, if I wasn't allowed to buy an electric car, definitely a plug-in hybrid is the next best option. And considering the price of some of these plug-in hybrids, BYD's new Seal, all right, its new Seal plug-in hybrid in China starts at $12,000 US. But this is not the only plug-in hybrid that is priced at a remarkably low number for what is actually a pretty decent car. In fact, there is 4 pretty decent electric cars, or I should say plug-in hybrids, that have been revealed within the last few days with shockingly low prices for their appearance of their actual quality. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to have you with us. We've heard within the last week that Zeekr and Xpeng, they are going to start selling plug-in hybrids. They believe that some customers want them, and so they'll build them. That said, though, there was a story today sharing the price of the new BYD Seal DMI. It starts at $12,250 US. Guys, even though I know that technically BYD say that they make a profit selling cars, do you really think they're making a profit selling a car the size of a Tesla Model 3 for $12,000 US? I don't reckon they do on this.